Most guys buying a soldering station in 2026 are making the same expensive mistake, and it has nothing to do with the brand they choose. It's the category they choose. Stay with me for the next few minutes, because by the time you hit number 1, you're going to understand exactly why the station most people buy is not the station most people actually need. I've dug through expert lab tests from Tom's Hardware, head-to-head comparisons, and thousands of real user reports to build this list. Product links are sitting in the description right now. Let's get into it. Here's something no one talks about. The wrong soldering station doesn't just waste money, it actively damages components. And the difference between a good joint and a destroyed pad often comes down to one spec most buyers never check. I'll tell you exactly what that spec is before this video ends. Number 6, Yihua 995D plus Hot Air Rework Station. Number 6, and I want to start here because this station does something none of the others on this list can do. The Yihua 995D plus is a 2-in-1 hot air rework station plus soldering iron combo. And before you think budget combo unit, stop. Because Tom's Hardware ran a timed test across multiple combo stations, the 995D plus hit operating temperature in 24 seconds flat. Fastest of every combo station tested, not a claim. A stopwatch result. The hot air gun removes SMD components, shrinks heat tubing, and handles rework jobs that make a regular iron completely useless. The soldering iron side uses a standard collar tip system, and here's the practical detail that matters. Hakko compatible tips fit it. Replacement tips are everywhere. That's not an accident. That's smart design for the real world. Silicone cables on both tools, solid stand, compact footprint. Who needs this? Anyone doing board level repair, chip removal, or surface mount work who doesn't want to buy 2 separate machines. The reason it sits at number 6, if you don't need hot air, if pure soldering is your game, the stations above this are sharper, more focused tools, but for the dual function need, nothing else on this list touches it at this price. And speaking of sharp, focused tools, number 5 fits in your pocket. And it heats up faster than you'd believe is physically possible for something that size. Number 5, Miniware TS101, 15 seconds. That's how long Tom's Hardware measured the TS101 going from stone cold to solder ready, 15 seconds. Most full benchtop stations take minutes. The Miniware TS101 runs on USB-C, power banks, laptop chargers, standard wall adapters, no dedicated brick, no proprietary cable. The freedom that comes with that is real. This goes in a bag, to a job site, to a friend's house, on a trip. The 128 by 32 OLED display gives you live temperature. The 2-button interface controls temperature settings, sleep timers, and power profiles. Tom's Hardware noted the button placement specifically. They sit exactly where your thumb naturally rests. That sounds like a small thing. After a 3-hour soldering session, it isn't. The tip ecosystem is the real story here. The TS101 accepts the entire TS100 tip library. Dozens of shapes. Needle, chisel, hoof, blade. Whatever joint geometry you're working, there's a tip for it. And they're all affordable and widely stocked. One honest omission, no stand included. Beginners need to add a third-party iron holder to the budget. Factor that in. Right now, drop a comment. Are you buying your first serious station or upgrading from something you already own? Because those two situations point to completely different picks on this list. Tell me below. Number 4, Yihua 939D plus III EVO. Here's a contradiction most people don't expect. One of the most underrated performers on this list costs less than half what the top 2 do. The Yihua 939D plus III EVO is a dedicated transformer-based benchtop station. Not a combo, not a smart iron. A focused, stable, professional layout soldering station. The metal control panel is heat resistant. The PID temperature control system actively monitors tip temperature and corrects it in real time, not just setting a target and hoping. ESD safe design protects sensitive components. Dual tip cleaning with brass wool and sponge. Here's the performance detail that actually matters on dense boards. Temperature recovery. Every time a cold pad pulls heat out of your tip, a slow recovering iron creates lag. That lag is where cold joints happen. The III EVO version specifically improved thermal feedback over earlier Yihua units. Tighter recovery, more consistent joints. This is the station for the serious hobbyist who's done with budget irons, but isn't ready to spend professional grade money. It doesn't have the name recognition of what's coming, but the solder joints don't care about brand names. Number 3 though. Number 3 is the iron that technically shouldn't exist at the price it sells for, and the soldering community has been arguing about it for 2 years straight. Number 3, Pinecil V2. There's an iron on this list that runs a RISC V processor, accepts Bluetooth control from your phone, runs open source firmware that the community actively updates, and costs less than a dinner out for 2 people. That's the Pinecil V2 from Pine 64. And I know how that sounds. Hear me out. Tom's Hardware clocked its heat up time at 10 seconds. 10 seconds from completely cold to solder ready. Of every smart portable iron they tested, only one beat it, and that one costs more. USB-C and DC barrel jack powered simultaneously, compatible with the same tip standard shared across the TS100, TS101, and original Pinecil, meaning a massive library of third-party tips works out of the box right now. The IronOS firmware is open source. That means it gets updated, improved, and expanded by the community continuously. Temperature accuracy on non-original tips is handled better by IronOS than most proprietary firmware on competing irons. A detail technical users have confirmed in real comparative use. Here's the question that splits this community every single time. Do you think a USB-C portable iron is good enough to replace a dedicated benchtop station for everyday work? Not field work. Everyday bench use. Comment your actual answer. The debate is real. The honest limitation, less thermal mass than a full station, thick copper pores, and heavy gauge wire will push it. For PCB work, through-hole assembly, electronics repair, and kit building, it is exceptional. Tom's Hardware said it plainly. At its price, it's hard to resist. They're right. We are down to 2 stations. And here's where it gets genuinely complicated, because both of them are legitimate professional tools. Both have earned trust across decades of real use. The difference between number 2 and number 1 is not obvious. Most comparison videos get this wrong. What separates them comes down to one performance metric that most buyers never think to check. And I'll lay it out clearly for both of them right now. Number 2, Hakko FX-888DX. If you've spent any real time in electronics, repair shops, university labs, engineering benches, you know this name. The Hakko FX-888DX has been trusted in professional environments for a reason that's measurable, not just reputation. Are 65 watts. Temperature range from 120 degrees Fahrenheit to 899 degrees Fahrenheit, wider than most stations in this tier. Digital presets let you store your go-to temperatures and switch between jobs in seconds. Password protection locks your calibrated settings. Digital calibration keeps the tip accurate over time. In comparative testing, the Hakko experiences less temperature drop when touching a cold solder joint and recovers faster than competing stations in its class. On a dense PCB where you're moving joint to joint continuously, that recovery time compounds. Faster recovery means cleaner joints and less time waiting between connections. The T18 tip series is the gold standard for tip availability. Dozens of shapes, widely stocked. Genuine replacements sourced directly through Hakko USA with no availability concerns. So why is this number 2 and not number 1? 5 watts. And a certification that matters specifically for the American market. The station at number 1 carries those advantages, and its temperature stability under sustained load is tighter. For long sessions on demanding work, that tightness is the difference. But understand this clearly. The Hakko FX-888DX is a professional instrument. It has earned that standing in real shops doing real work. If number 1 is out of your budget, this is not a compromise. This is still a top-tier choice. The most powerful thing about the number 1 station on this list isn't its wattage, it isn't its brand name, and it isn't the price. It's a number that's plus or minus 4. Here's what I mean. Number 1, Weller WE1010NA. Weller has been building soldering tools for professional electronics manufacturing since 1945. The WE1010NA is not writing that history. It is justifying it. 70 watts. 40% more powerful than the previous Weller WES and WESD series that professionals trusted for decades. But raw wattage is not the spec that earns number 1. Temperature stability of plus or minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit under load. That is the number. When you are soldering a sensitive component, a microcontroller, a surface mount capacitor, a precision resistor, the difference between plus or minus 4 degrees and plus or minus 10 degrees is the difference between a perfect joint and a damaged part. Most benchtop stations in this price range do not hold that tight. Auto setback and standby modes activate during idle time, reducing tip oxidation, extending tip life. Password protection locks calibrated settings on a shared bench. The WEP70 iron has a heat-resistant silicone cable built for long sessions. The WE1010NA is ETL, certified for the US market. That matters for warranty coverage, service infrastructure, and the long-term peace of mind that comes with knowing the company stands behind the tool on American soil. Weller's service and parts availability through US distributors is real. This is not a product you buy hoping the manufacturer still exists in 3 years. Head-to-head data shows the WE1010NA heats up faster than its predecessors and recovers faster after each joint. Sustained continuous soldering produces stable, repeatable results across long sessions. Exactly what a serious hobbyist, engineer, or repair technician actually demands from a tool they intend to use for the next 10 years. The Hakko earns number 2 without apology. The Weller earns number 1 because when you add tight temperature stability, US certification, long-term reliability data, and proven performance under sustained real-world use, it is the station you buy once. Remember that spec I mentioned at the very start, the one most buyers never check? It's temperature stability under load, not the wattage number on the box, not the brand. The stability, that single number determines whether your joints are clean or your components are damaged. Now you know how to read every soldering station spec sheet differently than you did 10 minutes ago. That is your complete 2026 breakdown. 6 stations, no filler. Every link is in the description. Go check prices right now because they move. If this saved you from a bad purchase, hit the like button. It takes 1 second and it genuinely matters. Now go build something worth building.